you're paying so much money, and you're not getting really much better competition that you would have gotten if all of the local kids had stayed and played Little League where they live. You know?
It needs to almost go new sort of model, right? Here's your region, that's your play.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's at the same level. Good luck.
Yep, yeah. And then everybody gets you get a real understanding of like where you rack and stack against your peers.
Well, it becomes real apparent like high school stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool that it shows you your...
Text Noah to look at it. Text Noah to look at it and see. If he has a moment. Still there.
Oh,
Okay.
well no, you have... Okay, are you connected to the internet? Okay, yeah.
I mean, we've got 3 people watching, so it's not much, but hopefully it's okay.
This isn't in your shot, is it?
That'll make it much more clean, much easier to see.
That sounds got me plugged into the battery pack just to make sure. It is so much more pleasant in here this year than it was last year.
They had the heat on earlier.
Maybe it's because we had really good last year.
Yeah. All right, about to start game 2 of the Aspen Fall Face-Off. This game against Rampage. So, 4-hour commute to play the team 15 minutes down the road. Tough angles at this rink. We are at the old barn here in Aspen, and so no stands, only on the ends. Not a great angle there, so we're doing the best we can up against the glass. Any battles in the corners here on the near glass are really going to be tough to get, so we'll do the best we can to keep the action in the frame, but it is what it is.
.54 has got to be like at least 6'2", right? That's a big guy. Oh, 54. Yeah.
He is sort of big growth too, because I can see. His dad was a coach at Aspen.
That's a big guy.
It helps that he usually stands next to our shirt.
Yeah.
And we can't see them.
Should have Landon in the net. Unfortunately, to get you as best view of each of the goals as we can, this face-off at center ice is going to be impeded by a post. So hopefully we don't spend a whole lot of time there today. Well, or we do, but it's quick face-offs after a bunch of goals for the Tigers. First line out today for our second game is going to be Tate on your far wing, Colton on your near wing, and Easton at center. Defensive starters are going to be Jax on the near defense and Josh on your far D. In net, we have Landon. Again, running periods for the first two, both 15 minutes, and then third period will depend on score. 5-point differential means clock runs anything below that, and we'll have some stoppages in the third. Quick games. Rampage wins that back, but Colton's going to challenge for it. Doesn't quite get there, but they do. You keep tapping it in the zone, it keeps coming back out. That's Landon collects the puck and dumps it deep, but there is an offsides. Tate was across the line there. Face-off one back to Josh. Goes over to Jax. Jax gets that up to Colton. And we have a stoppage. I'm going to guess that is another offsides. And with that, we are going to get a line change. Coming onto the ice now, we've got AJ on your near wing coming right at you. Henry's going to be taking that face-off with Steven on your far wing. Here on the near D is Cruin sending it over to Marshall. Marshall gets that and sends it up into the zone. Steven's going to battle for that. Henry is working with Steven to try and get that out. Ice is slippery out there. Kids falling all over the place. That is chipped up, and that's going to be Marshall getting it over to Cruin. Cruin sending up the boards to AJ. AJ takes a big high hit, and there is going to be a penalty on that. So Henry with the shot. They got it. That's the hardest part at this age, especially with the size differences. It's so
Ask
easy.
him what our door code is.
That's a 2-minute penalty, and we are going to see our first power play of this game. Colton on your left wing, Henry taking the face off. AJ still on the ice after taking that hit behind the play. So that is Josh collecting the puck in our zone, taking it back behind the net to reset the play.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't do concussion protocol on that.
I said, ask him our door code.
That's going to be Josh pushing it out to AJ. AJ tries to get it up to Colton, not there, but Henry does dance, and they are going to call that one offsides. Minute 35 left on the penalty with 13 minutes left in the game. It was a hockey play. Just got to keep his elbows in. So that's Easton collecting the puck and trying to gain the zone. Getting pestered by Rampage there. Throws it up the boards, but the puck didn't get far. Colton comes in with a hit. Now collected by Henry across to AJ, who's going to gain the zone. He's got Henry in the middle, but he does just throw it at the net for another face-off and a minute 20 left on the power play. Coach is going to leave this power play unit out there.
Go Tigers!
So Henry gets a face-off over to Easton, who can't get a shot on net. Gloved down by the Rampage D. Now trying to do the same as Colton. He does get it and gets that shot on net. Can't really see what's happening on the boards, but the puck does come all the way down. And Josh is going to collect that, skate it around. Power play. Bum. Power play.
They've been calling it.
So AJ with a good stick to slow down the attack on the shorthanded attempt. We are seeing some changes here. We've got Easton on the ice with Steven still and Colton, so those were changes at defense. It looks like we have Josh back there. And 29 seconds left on the power play. We're getting a lot of changes. Steven's on the ice with, that's going to be Gavin. Cruin is behind the net, taking a look at what's ahead of him. Chips that out. Steven sends it up. And now going the other way. And it looks like Rampage is going to be able to kill off that power play without a whole lot of noise made by the Tigers. This is Steven coming up ice with the puck. He's got Tate out helping him, and Tate is going to go battle in the corner for that. Gavin pressuring and helping keep it deep. Now the puck below the goal line. Back into the corner you can't see is Tate. Gavin trying to work it, but Rampage throws it across the ice where we see Steven making a change. That's going to be Teague collecting the puck coming off the ice. In Teague's feet, Gavin turns around but can't get the handle on it. So Marshall steps in front of that puck. Oh, and you get lucky as our goalie's facing the wrong direction there. A little bit of soccer being played by Tate there. Teague collects the puck, sends it across to Gavin. Gavin centers it, nobody there, so now we have Tate on the far side, and he just throws it toward the net, gets it in the far corner, see if our defense can hold it in, and they cannot. That is Jackson, our near defense here. That's Teague taking the puck, gaining the zone. We've got some changes coming. Teague really worked that in, but he does get stood up. Preston chases the puck into the corner. Centers it for Teague, who can't quite get a clean shot on it. Hunter with the wraparound here. Puck still below the goal line. And Rampage able to squirt that out. Jax collects the puck. Oh, and into the Rampage player's feet for a shot on net and a save. Oh, but that does go over the goalie's head and bounces into the net for a 1-0 lead for Rampage. So we're going to see Henry on the ice now, joined by Brody here on your near wing and Miles on your far wing. Miles is the birthday boy today. He had an assist earlier today, looking for that birthday goal. Back on defense, we've got Cruin and Jared. So Jared collects that puck, sends it across the ice for Henry, who can't quite get turned with it. And Rampage does get that deep into the zone. Jared going behind the net to collect it and work it forward. Throws it across to Miles. Miles on the puck, carrying it forward across the center ice. And called offsides. And we'll see the forward line of Easton, Colton, and Tate. We've got Josh on your near D and Marshall on your far D. So Easton trying to win that forward, can't quite do it, comes back to Josh, who sends it across to Tate. Tate can't gain the zone. They're onside, Marshall fires it deep, and that's going to be Colton's to go dig out in the corner. It is stuck along the boards, Colton and Easton working for it. It does get tossed out, and that's going to be Marshall getting it back deep into the zone, but now comes back out. Easton carrying it up ice. He's got Colton on his trailer. Easton tries to throw it through the net, but deflected by the Rampage defense. Behind the net, Tate grabs it, throws it to his point man Marshall. And now Josh collecting the puck, and he's going to buy some space behind his net. Comes around and throws it up to Colton. Colton tries to make the cross ice pass, and unfortunately misses. Rampage dumps that deep. He gets a nice centering pass, but the defensive stick was there. And Colton fires that around to Steven, who's come onto the ice. So Steven's still battling on the boards. Now Marshall going to go back, get that below the goal line. Loses the puck. A little bit of a scramble. And that puck is going to go down the ice for an icing, which is going to give us an opportunity to get our forward line some fresh legs. So we're going to see Henry at center with AJ on defense. AJ on wing with Steven. Jared's out there on defense. AJ's working to get that one pried off the boards, and he does. He's coming up ice with some speed. He's got help if he sees it. Does try and get the centering pass, but the goalie does come out and get that one into his glove. So after taking a hit, AJ maybe woke up a little bit and skating with some speed and aggression.
That guy's got wheels. You turned on the gas. Right?
That's an RKO.
Oh, is it? Seriously?
He can go when he wants to.
Yeah, you turned it on like that.
AJ Spinorama can't collect the puck.
Whoa!
Work, AJ. Good job.
Behind the net, Jared comes out with it, sends it up for Steven, who can't settle it down. AJ gets the puck and throws it down ice. That's going to be an icing. Oh, they say no ice.
Must have been touched by someone, I'm guessing.
Henry battling for it. Now AJ gets it off the boards, but back to Rampage, who's chipping it out of the zone up the boards. That's going to be to Teague, who's come onto the ice at forward. Henry with the great stick to get it back into the Tiger zone. Now Henry and AJ on the boards here. Henry comes away with it, tries a centering pass to Teague and can't quite get it there. So now the other way for Rampage. He dumps it and we're going to see a change. Jared sends it across to Cruin. Cruin, center of the ice there for Henry. I take that back. That is Preston on the ice now at center. Now Preston deep with it, tries to get it to Jared. Jared taps it up ice. And now across to the blue line. That one does get sent wide.
There you go.
I think that's Cruin. That was AJ just happy to tap it to Teague so he could get a change. Tigers are possibly going to get a too many men penalty here. Got to clean up that change. So that's going to be served by Hunter, and the Tigers on their on the penalty kill for I think the first time this tournament. I don't think they had a penalty this morning.
Even just on the ice.
So Hunter in the box for the Tigers. Looks like our penalty kill unit to start is going to be Jax with Colton, possibly Easton, and Josh. So that's Jax in the corner. Now sent the other way for Josh to chase down. He does get that out to Colton, see if Colton can get it out of the zone, and he does. Oh, and that great pass goes just wide for Rampage on this power play for Rampage. Tiger's going to try and kill it off. That's off the side of the cage and across the crease. Playing some dangerous, but so far getting away with it. That's sent toward the net, and the deflection almost sends it in. It was a Tiger stick, sent it a hard way for our goalie to get, but he made the kick save. So 1:09 left on this penalty. We're going to see Cruin on the ice for the Tigers with Marshall at defense. Up front, we're going to see Preston joined by, I believe, Henry.
Because we can't get it on the game.
That's back to the point, but that's Henry stepping in front of it to send it harmlessly behind. We do have a stoppage. I think the net maybe came off. It did. So 1:04 left on the penalty. We're under 3 minutes in the first period. 0-1. Rampage is ahead. That face-off one back to the safe corner for the Tigers, but does come out to the point for Rampage, who threw it toward the net but not through. A wraparound attempt goes across the crease and back to the wide corner. Back to the point, back to the net again, and shot wide to the other side. Preston puts pressure on there. Cruin battling in the corner. He does go down. Now Preston takes a little bit of an awkward hit. And we see Henry collect the puck and try and bring it up ice and out of trouble. Preston collects it and gets a little bit deeper. And that's going to be a stop and possibly that will be a cross check on Rampage, I think. Yes, so we're going to skate 4-on-4 hockey for 27 seconds, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in this first period. So 27 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Then the Tigers are going to go on the power play for just about a minute and a half. So the 4-on-4 is going to be AJ, Easton taking your face off, Colton and Josh starting here in the back for you on defense. Easton gets that puck to die on the dot, chasing it behind the play. AJ is going to go over and collect it unchallenged. He sends it to the center but not through. And now Easton going to go pick up the pressure behind the net. Tigers here skating 4-on-4. I think there's a little bit of confusion as to whether we're killing or not. And so the pressure isn't quite what we would want it to be. Refs say no icing there. And now Tigers are full strength. And joining the ice to give us full strength hockey is going to be Henry as Josh brings that puck up ice deep into the zone. Great centering pass for Josh, and AJ just can't hit on the backhander. AJ does collect the puck in the corner. Easton sends that into the shin pads of the Rampage skater. Easton collects the puck, sends it up the boards. AJ collects it. He sends it across ice for Colton. Colton not able to bring that one in on a bit of a tough pass. It was just in front of him. AJ again looking for the puck. He does get it and tries to get it deep. Flung back out by Rampage, and that's going to go down likely for an icing. They say no. 50 seconds left, 42 seconds on the power play. And AJ collecting the puck to gain the zone. Sends it at the net, and that's deflected up into the netting and out of the rink with 38 seconds, 31 left on the power play.
They're going to be tired after this game.
They are indeed. So taking probably the final face-off of this period, most likely, I see Steven. He's going to be joined by Gavin. So see Steven taking the face-off. Gavin on his left. That's going to be Brody on his right. Cruin here on defense. And Jax on the far side D. Cruin holds the zone there in a beautiful little kick the puck forward play, but not that time. That time it goes down. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, that's probably going to do it for this period. So at the end of the first, it's 4 shots for the Tigers, 7 for Rampage. That all adds up to a 0-1 score. Rampage in the lead. 12 seconds to start the power play in this second period.
Can't see any of the team. They're completely hidden behind that post.
It's better down there because you can see the whole ice.
Yeah, there's not really a good spot.
You wouldn't be able to see the corners still.
This is you can still see this.
I can't run.
Checking my angles here. This might be a better spot.
Crazier things
Left post.
Oh yeah,
About to start the second period.
Depends on how much time you get spent.
yeah.
All right, to start the period, we've got Easton, Colton, and Tate. Easton wins that. Forward, takes it himself, throws that at the net. Went wide. That's Tate battling for it, and takes a funny skip over Jax's stick there. He does collect it, gets it across, and that's Josh. Looked like he maybe got to stick to the skates, but ref let him play. They are full strength for Rampage now. And that is an unchallenged shot. It goes top shelf. There was only 12 seconds. So that does, unfortunately, after Rampage killed a penalty, makes it 0-2. A little bit of adversity here for the Tigers. Let's see if they can battle back. We're going to have Preston taking the face-off. You've got number 97 there, Teague, with his back to you. On the far side, that's going to be Hunter, fresh out of the box after serving that too many men penalty. Back on defense, you see Cruin going to gather it in, and he's got help back below the goal line from Marshall, who tips it the other way. He's going to peel it off the boards and send it out of the zone. That's probably not going for icing. Rampage does gather it in. Teague with a little bit of a check there. And that's Marshall working it in the corner, trying to buy some space to get it out to his teammate. Sends it to the center. It was a little bit dangerous. Luckily, our Tigers able to do some work. Oh, and a big hit there. And that's going to be a penalty on Rampage after a hit on Hunter.
But you gotta keep his elbows down. You're just going low with your stick, and that's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna keep his stick out nice and complete. It's the same hit, and it's clean.
And it has the same effect.
Right.
You don't need to slow down.
I think it's that natural. Get your hands over the front of it.
Oh, it's that football thing. You want to go down and come up, too.
So Tigers on the power play, face-off taken there by... Oh, and that's going to be a penalty on Tate as Steven was tied up. You got to play that puck, boys. And so now Jax touches up, and it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. That ate 15 seconds.
Is that interference? When they do
Probably. Yeah. He's got to play the puck. If he plays the puck there, it's a clean play. So 4-on-4 hockey. Rampage will get 15 seconds of power play on the tail end of this. That's Easton with the face-off to Henry. Henry going to take it up ice. Back on defense, we do have Pruitt, and now we're going to go some 4-on-3 hockey as he hooked him there. Makes it easier to tell when the other guy's skating away with your stick up in his arm. Some calls the refs have to make. And so now 4-on-3 hockey.
Dang.
Was your game earlier like totally not physical at all? Ours wasn't physical at all. And we knew it was, we're like, this is going to be physical.
You have the action was not
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How did Rampage come up with that?
And that goes up into the netting. We'll see if the Tigers can collect themselves here. Not quite the way you want to start a 4-on-3. Colton coming onto the ice to join Henry and Easton. And we've got Josh out there, I believe, on the far D. So Josh is going to collect that below the goal line. Plenty of ice in front of him, and he's going to take it. Makes the stop to buy some more space and does get that up to Henry. Chips it up the board. He's going to battle and chase it down. Does come away with it. And throws it right into the goalie. Puck back to the point for Josh. He's got space. Colton's got time. He sends it hard at the goalie. It does come out front. Henry there, but not able to collect that bounce and rebound. And that goes up into these wonderful ceiling supports that hang pretty darn low along the glass. So that'll be a face-off in the zone. It's a mess of penalties on the board, but what I've got is 54 seconds on one Rampage penalty, 118 on the other, 110 on the Tigers penalty. So that one back for Colton. Colton sends it across to Cruin. Cruin sends it toward the net, and that was a little bit dangerous. I'm not sure the goalie saw that all the way in, but Colton comes around. He's got it below the goal line, and he's going to skate around with it. Oh, and Colton misses that just wide. It was one of those angles that comes off the stick funny, so had a chance. Cruin gets it around and does just try and throw it in under the goalie. Luckily, the goalie does sit on that puck. So, luckily for the Rampage. So we do have 23 seconds of 4-on-3 hockey. Then we'll see 4-on-4 for a handful of seconds. Miles is in there. He's got Steven Jones that took that face off. And so Steven and Miles are battling on the boards. Rampage happy to keep it there as they eat up the seconds on this 4-on-3. Miles almost able to pull that out. But Steven does have it. Sends it across for Colton. Oh, and just hits the bottom of the goalie's glove there. It was a good shot in the right spot. That goes weak to the goalie who doesn't cover, but it does come around and out. And now we are skating 4-on-4. Now we're 5-on-4. So Tigers back on the power play for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we've got full strength hockey after quite the sequence there. Colton challenges there on the defense. You've got all kinds of crazy things, obviously, with those penalties going on with these lines. So right now we've got Josh out there. We've got Easton out there. Easton sends that forward to Miles. Miles not able to gather it in, and that's going to be a offsides as Brody carries it across the line. Miles lost his feet, so we'll see if we can't get some more normal-looking lines out here. We do have Jared on defense with, I think, Josh there on that far side D. Your forwards are going to be AJ on the far wing, Henry on the face-off, and Teague here on your near side wing. So that's Josh sending it over to Jared. Jared does get it up through some traffic to Henry. Henry to AJ, and AJ just misses that shot. Coming off the boards here, Jared does get that back deep, but back out by Rampage. Josh back, and AJ back checks to help cause some confusion there. Jared pressuring the puck, does get left behind. That goes across the center of the net. So 8.5 minutes left in the second period. Tigers trying to find the back of the net and see if we can't close that hole they're in, close the gap a little bit. Jared collects that and does skate it high into the zone, sends it across for AJ. AJ gathers it, settles it, and gets it deep onto the net.
There you go. Into the net.
So AJ battling behind, sends it in the front for Teague, who can't quite get it there. A little bit of a mess in front of the net. Someone keeps getting cross-checked in the back. Now it's a pile of boys in the net.
Oh, shoot.
I know.
AJ's got that puck again, sends it back to Jared, who tries to send it at the net and misses, but now AJ going to gather it up. Tries to center it. Ref's in my way, so I can't see too much. Tap on the glass and tell him to move.
Yeah, I know. Almost good.
That's Marshall been playing there. That maybe has been Marshall and not Josh, so I apologize for that. And Marshall does hold the zone. Steven trying to work. A much more physical battle than what we saw this morning for sure. Marshall's going to go back and get that puck. Skate it around, and he's got some time and space. And there's going to be a penalty behind the play on the Tigers. That's going to be Preston going to the... I believe that's Preston. Headed to the box. He laid a hit away from the puck. That's going to get called most days. So Rampage headed back onto the power play with 7:01 left in this second period. Tigers are going to have to survive a little bit here. We've got Easton and Colton out there with Josh. And I believe that's Jax. So Josh and Jax back on our defensive pairing. Oh, and a couple of kids kicking at it. Neither one of them real great at soccer today, so they both missed. Easton battling on the boards that you can't see. He does come away with it and has it below the goal line where it's fairly safe. Josh collects it, and he's going to try and send it up. Gathered at the point by Rampage. Colton does challenge there. So battle on the boards is Colton and... that was Josh sent that down for an icing, I think. And a minute and a half left on this power play. Penalty kill for the Tigers. We're going to send out Jared and Cruin as our defenders for the next minute and a half. And we've got Henry up front with Steven. So Steven taking your face off. Henry out on the wing. That is one to the side. Go back to the point. Not quite collected and just banged back to the circle. That's one forward. And here goes Henry trying to do some work.
Good job, Henry.
Great play by Henry to get a shot on net. So going for the shorthanded play here.
That's it. Go.
And that's going to go down for an icing. So minute 6 left in this penalty kill for the Tigers. Henry putting in some work to create some opportunity. Jared always stands out. He's the tall one out there, number 54. On defense, closest to you. He's got a defensive partner, a Cruin, and they're going to trade sides. Henry takes the face off. It is one back by Rampage into the corner, and that'll be another penalty on this one on Steven. That's a bad penalty. Hit him in the back. If you see the numbers, don't do it.
It's a game of penalties.
I think after this morning, like you said, it wasn't real physical.
Yeah.
And this is
Now they're
where
off the leash a little bit.
our 5th game of the season still. Even most of the second years.
They're still feeling it out.
So yeah, the timing is just tough. And no one win to
They
and
gave him a
not
10 and
to.
2.
AJ
Really?
got a harder hit than that to the
It was
head.
boarding. I
They
think it
didn't
was
call
his
it.
head contacted the boards.
Oh, the head contact into the yeah. So a 10 and 2 on
AJ's.
Steven. Yeah, they call what they see. So a 10 and 2 for the Tigers, and now it's a 5 on 3. We've got Easton out there with Marshall, who stepped in front of that one. Great job, Marshall. Joined by Jax, I believe, as your other defender. Easton gets that one. He's going to go ahead and send it down ice. That will be an icing. There's 36 seconds left on that first penalty. So it does look like they have Hunter in there again, serving that penalty for Steven on the 2-minute. So minute 43 left on that penalty, and then the 10 minutes will start in the third period here for us. So the Tigers happy to collect it and burn this penalty off a few seconds at a time. Now 31 seconds left on the first penalty. 4:20 left in the second period. 0-2 Rampage. So Easton on the face-off. And Easton does win that back to the corner. Gathers it up, sends it up to the point. D to D pass. He skates in and sends that one wide. Again, D to D, trying to do it again. That one goes to the other side. So he's gone left, he's gone right. They're going to get it to him again, see what he can do. Marshall gets that one, and now the Tigers get one back, so now 5 on 4 hockey. That comes up to Preston, fresh out of the box. "50 seconds left, 5-0 on this second penalty to get the Tigers back to full strength. Easton gathers up the puck. He's going to try and go the other way with it. That goes up the boards for Preston, who gathers it in. He can't quite get the shot there. Tigers do get a change, much needed. Josh on defense, joined by, I think, Cruin. And we're going to see a penalty, I think, on Rampage here, as Cruin was headed to the corner to gather that one in. Or, I'm sorry, that was Josh going to the corner to gather that in and took one to the numbers. So Tigers are back to 23 seconds left on our penalty, so we'll skate 4 on 4 for 23 seconds. 2:50 left in the second period. We have Henry out there with AJ. And we've got Colton and Josh lined up on defense. That is one back to Josh, who sends it back deep. AJ's going to go have to dig that out of the corner. And he's battling on the boards. Oh, that is not AJ. That is Henry there, battling on the boards. Josh gathers it in and tries to send it back, chips it to Henry. Henry gets it, gets a shot right into the breadbasket. So we have 5 seconds left on the Tiger penalty, so it'll be a power play here in 5 seconds.
AJ is out there.
Yeah. He just wasn't going on the battle on the boards. Took a fortuitous bounce for Rampage, and lucky they couldn't quite gather in the pass off the pads there. This is getting skated up by Josh, who's battling. AJ comes away with that puck, tries to get it through, doesn't, but a positive deflection over to Colton and gloved by Rampage. Minute 10 left on the penalty. So Tigers on the power play for 1:10.
The guy just went up to the goalie and said, "Good shot."
Go
Or good save.
Tigers!
I think that's pretty cool.
I think
I
so.
like that idea.
Number 17 goes to score with the goalie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's small town. We all know each other, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that face-off goes back to Colton. Oh, and it was there, and they just could not sweep it in. A couple of Tigers, neither could settle it down. Shot on net there by Henry.
Such a good.
Oh, and they had a chance there with just under a minute left on this power play. Easton way up ice if they can see him and get it to him. Instead, they do go the pass across the back to AJ. All right, and so we've got Josh sending it over to Henry. Henry gains the zone, battling 3-on-1. Left for AJ, who can't quite get a clean shot through, but Colton off the post.
Darn it.
Easton skating around with it, turns and leaves it for Josh. Josh sends it over to Colton. Colton tries to get it to the center, but into the skates of the Rampage defender. And that goes up into the netting with 19 seconds left on the power play. We're under 30 seconds for the period here. So we are going to start the third with some power play time. Just depends on when we drop the puck. We've got Gavin taking the face-off here. Wins it over to Miles, who throws it at the net. Cruin steps up, can't get that one quite through. So a couple of great shots here to end the period for the Tigers. Overall, not a bad effort. Now leading in shots, the Tigers are with 15 shots to Rampage 12, but Rampage gets the shots that matter, ahead 0-2. Tigers will start this penalty like they did this period like they did last period on the power play, 7 seconds. But we will have stop clock in the third.
I am so yeah, mine was bad too. Yeah, like Trevor said, I said I should have asked for something vanilla in there. And he's like, oh my god, they just gave me like everything.
Well, we're going to start the third period. Hunter here nearest to you with number 67. Face-off chopped forward by Preston and gathered in by Teague, who's putting in some work here. Teague sends it at the goalie, who just shrugs that one off. Back on defense, we have Josh and Jax, and with a man fresh sprung, he is offside. It's a good idea, but just lost track of the blue line there. So Josh and Jax back on defense.
He's trying to pretend he's the other Dave.
Preston going to take your face off here with Hunter on your near side wing, Teague on your far side wing. And the Tigers got to find the back of the net in this period to keep some momentum going. Teague works that around, tries to get it through the center to Hunter, who does gather it in and throws it toward the net. Teague now below the goal line, throws it toward the back of the goalie. That comes to the point. Jax takes a big clapper and shoots that just wide to the near side here. Teague sees it, turns and throws it toward the net. And Jax just out of the reach for him. That might go and will go for an icing with 14:19 left in the third. Tigers will take advantage of that to get a line change here. We're going to see Easton at center with Tate and Colton. Back on defense, we got Jared on the far side and Cruin up close, number 25, facing right at you. Easton gets that face over to Colton. Colton turns and tries to pass it back to Easton, but a little bit of three-man weave didn't quite work. That'll go for another icing. So a face-off on the hard side to see. Again will be Easton at the dot. And that he does a pretty good job on those face-offs of kind of chopping it down and leaving them where they're at. This is Rampage working against Jared. Jared able to keep him to the outside. And that does get back to the point. And Jalen able to swallow that up.
Is it Jalen? Landon, isn't it?
I apologize, it's Landon this game. So Gavin in for the face-off now with his line mates of Miles and Brody. That's Marshall battling in the corner. Preston now stepping to it on the boards. That comes loose in front and Brody gathers it up, sends it forward to Miles. And Miles still working. Tries a backhander that goes off the goalie's pads. And now the other way for Rampage, so a little bit of back and forth hockey. Marshall steers this puck carrier wide, puck below the goal line. That is sent out of the zone by, I think that was Josh. Oh, and trying to... A couple of Tigers jumped the line there. So that gives the coaches a reason to make a change. We'll see AJ, centered by Henry, joined by, looks like Teague is going to be on that line. And then back on defense, we've got Crew and Neria here, number 25, and Jax on the far side D. That's one back by Henry to, where are we at here? We got Henry battling below the goal line, trying to come away with that puck, doesn't quite do it, but still working on the near side boards. Teague goes down. Jack's able to hold that puck in the zone and get it deep. So Henry working along the boards, trying to find some space. Oh, that was going to be ice, but Landon out to play it. Probably the safe bet there. Oh, and a swing and a miss. Frustrated Rampage there.
Get back.
Teague sends that over to AJ. AJ trying to get in and create some create some space using his hands there. That's Jax making the Rampage player walk that on the blue line a little bit. We are seeing some changes for the Tigers. So Jared comes on the ice for defense, joining Josh, who's still out there. Easton on the ice. Preston still at center. AJ out there on wing. Jared battling, gets that up to Easton. Easton chips it, but not out. Rampage able to get that deep again, and that's on the back of the cage.
Oh my gosh.
Preston's got that in his feet. Easton turns, and that's out of the zone finally. See if the Tigers can get the change. There goes AJ, and on the ice is Colton. Josh holds the zone here and throws it deep. Collected by Colton. Jared gets it and throws it deep. Colton working. Gets it onto a Rampage puck. And now the other way with numbers. Josh gets it and scoops it out of the zone. Preston going for a change. We see Henry come onto the ice at center. And Henry now with the puck off the boards. Tries to get it through, and goalie scoops up with his glove and gets that one snatched out of the air. 10:48 left. The 10 minutes doesn't start till after the 2.
So where were we into the second?
It's hard with that run clock, how that all works.
That's right.
So it's got to be whenever the 2 ends.
Gotcha.
So that's going to be Henry at the faceoff dot. He's got I believe Hunter on his left wing. Hard to see there. He does, and Miles over there on the right wing. Bouncing puck gets past Jax, but he does collect it and looks at some space in front of him. Up ice, but not out of the zone, but now collected by Henry, who sends it up to Hunter. Hunter sends it at net. Oh, and a quality chance there for Miles on the back door. Goalie able to get over. We've got Cruin now with the puck here right in front of us. Gets it into the zone. Hunter gets that puck, sends it across from Miles. Miles working to get it. Oh, and now the Rampage going 2-on-1. But we do have the back checkers there to equalize. Miles gets that puck and creates some space.
Come on, birthday boy.
Sends it over to Hunter. And Hunter with a good shot, but the goalie sends it to the corner. Hunter battling in that corner for the puck. Rampage come away with it, send it up and out of the zone. It's now Marshall sending it over to Cruin. Buying some time while the Tiger forwards get some changes in there. We do have Gavin at center now. He's got Tate on his right. And Brody on the left. That comes up and out. Just can't hold the zone. 9:20 left in this game. 19 shots for the Tigers. None of them have found the back of the net yet. Quality chances there on that last shift. So coach sending out Easton to take this face-off with Brody on his left wing, Teague on his right wing. Back on defense, you've got Josh on the near side, Marshall on the far, so 24 and 34. That goes to Marshall, number 34, to Josh, number 24, up to Brody, number 27, carrying it into the zone. Easton collected it for a second, but then Rampage able to chip it out. Josh collects it, buys some space, spins, and that's going to be offsides. Ref wants that one at center ice. Face-off is going to be taken by Easton. Brody with his back to you here. Jared chasing that puck back into our zone. Turns it. Oh, tried to make a pass to the flashing Easton, but couldn't quite find him. Easton wants to be up ice. He's offsides there. Able to get back onside.
Yeah, we lost internet connection. There we go.
Sorry for the blip there. A little bit of an offsides was about all you missed. So taking the face off, that's Henry. He's got Tate on his right wing. He's got Colton on his left wing. Refs say no icing here. Oh, and a fancy chance and in. So Colton able to scoop that in after it was dug off the boards by Tate. So that's going to be for sure an assist from Tate to Colton, and that makes it 1-2. Tigers are in this game with the 8:27 left.
That's one. He's got two more.
We got Colton on your left wing, Tate on the right, and Henry right in the middle. Takes that face-off, wins it to Colton, but Colton can't settle it down, and Rampage now a little bit of jump. That does come out of the zone. Colton skates through his hand, spins him around a little bit. See if the boys can gut it out and make something happen here.
Don't do it yourself. Come on.
Jax collects that, throws it at the net. It's just high. Does hit the glass behind. Tate sends it back deep. We are getting a change. Henry is off the ice. Preston is on. And Landon gets that off to the side there. Was probably going to go wide, but he made sure it did. Jack's battling there. Colton now with the puck in his feet. Can't get it out of the zone. Looks like this 10,000-foot elevation is taking its toll on both these teams here as they're both battling some bad ice and probably some burning lungs. Colton has the puck, tries to make the pass through to Miles and cannot. But now Colton with the puck again, tries to find Miles again. Still just missed him with those passes. Rampage player doing it himself. Sends it across ice. I don't know if we have timeouts in this tournament, but our boys could sure use one as Landon fights that off. And Rampage looks to have the jump right now. Cruin on the ice for defense, and finally Miles gets it and is able to get it out of the zone, up the ice, fancy hands, throws it, and goalie has to kick that one away. Cruin gets in front of that one, sends it to the corner. But Rampage still has it behind the net, tries to center, but AJ collects it, and here he goes all by himself. AJ with the chance. Oh, and off the knob of the goalie's stick. But it's still in the zone, and AJ does recollect, sends it up to his teammate. We're going to get a penalty behind the play. Rampage didn't like AJ's jump. So Tigers going on the power play. I don't think Landon realizes it, or he'd be out of the net already.
Hey, shouldn't we get a penalty?
Oh, no, they're not. So that was a hand up for, sorry, I thought we had a penalty. He had his hand up for icing. So that's Teague now battling. And coming away with the puck momentarily was Jax.
What's going on?
A little bit of a scramble here, and we're going to take an icing and see if we can figure some things out.
Steven, oh, here he comes.
And here comes Steven out of the box after serving his 10.
That seemed way longer than 10.
Well, it's 10 in first whistle. End run clock is going to make it bad.
Ooh. All right. Come on.
So we've got Brody on the ice. That's Hunter that pressured the puck carrier, and that goes down for icing. Or
Offside.
they're saying offsides. Either one of them works. We're getting a face-off in the Tiger zone. So we've got Henry taking the face-off with Hunter on the near wing. Brody on the far wing. Henry has that on the other side of the ref there, but it lost it somehow. Couldn't see. Distracted by the stripes for a minute. Marshall is able to get that one out of the zone for the Tigers, but Rampage does regain. Oh, but that is, I believe, Henry peeled that puck off and able to get to our zone. Fancy pass over for Hunter. Hunter throws it toward the net, but can't get it through the Rampage defense. Henry skating back down deep into the Tigers' end with 5 minutes left in this third period. Josh sends that across ice for Brody. Brody gains the zone but can't get it deep. Tigers, a couple of them going for a change here. That goes back for Jax. Let's see if the Tigers can bring it the other way. This is going to be Josh. He's got Brody with him, but Brody's going to go for a change. Josh is going to get it deep himself. He's got Preston there to help him, but that comes around to Miles. Miles bangs it deep below the goal line. So behind the net, Rampage collects it and passes up. Pass to the center that Preston collects, but does keep the zone there. Miles gets the puck. Great shot for Miles, fought off by the Rampage goalie. That's a good battle there by Cruin so that Colton can come away. Can he get number 2? Tries that 5-hole, doesn't find a way through, sends it across to a slashing Easton. Easton's still there. Oh, and that net's off, but they're not going to stop play. Ref's going to reset while the action's going on. Puck is being fought for in the corner. That comes up. Jackson able to hold it, but not the second time, and Rampage does get it out of the zone. With 3.5 minutes left in this third period, the Tigers looking for that equalizer. And here comes Jax, and that's an easy tripping call. I said, sometimes you make the ref make the call, and that's one of those times. So Tigers taking a timeout here to talk about what they're going to do in the last 3.5 minutes with the man advantage. I would bet we're going to see a face-off in the zone with 6 Tigers. Some kids are cracking.
He's built different than the other kid. He's got big wires. and he holds his stick. So he just
Same building, same. Yeah, but the hot house. Yeah, when you're up to this carrying down the hills. And you were playing in Pueblo, I forget who it's raining.
yeah, it's like come on.
He's the puck carrier.
Yeah.
I think he maybe leaned into him a little bit, but it was one of those times where he actually was that
You do that when you're carrying the puck though.
come on. Yeah, because you're going to get jostled.
Yeah,
We give him a 2 minute, we're going. I'm not sure.
it's true. And it was the same when they girls and the girls. As soon as the ponytail, no matter what, you know, it's like,
I think you have to have a voice.
But then anytime
the boys can take it.
So we are skating 5. We got Miles on the left wing. Steven taking the face off there. Josh collects it on the D, sends it across to his partner Colton. Colton fires it at the net and into the breadbasket of the goalie, who was there to make the save. So you've got Easton with Steven and Miles. Steven taking that face off. It's on these near boards. Rampage able to collect it with some speed. And Landon's going to go ahead and get us a face-off in our zone. We do have stop clock again in this period. So 1:41 left on the power play for the Tigers. 3:07 left in this game. And we are looking for that equalizer. Just one more goal, boys. That's going to be Henry going on for Miles. So we've got Henry, Steven, Easton. That's Steven flying by on the boards there. He tried to hug the boards and keep that puck go in the right direction, but could not. That's going to go for an icing. So they're saying he didn't quite get across, and so a face-off in our zone with 1:27 left on this power play for the Tigers. AJ coming onto the ice for Steven. So now we've got Easton, AJ, Colton, Josh, and Henry on the power play. So 4 forwards, 1 D. That's Josh, number 24, with his back to you there. That's below the goal line, sent around by Rampage to Colton. Colton gathers it, takes it up ice, deep into the zone. Trying to buy some room, goes behind the net. He's got time, he's got space. He dances it in, tries for the pass off the pads, and it was there, but just couldn't quite get it. Colton gets it to Josh, back to Colton. And I think that net came off again. Came off big this time, so they're not going to reset it during play. Minute 3 left on the power play. 2:30 left in the game.
Let's go, Tigers!
Tigers creating some chances here.
Let's go!
And the fans are going wild. Josh collects that and takes it below the goal line. AJ there to help. AJ peels it out, sends it toward, but missed. That was Henry was there, but AJ just missed on that pass. Here comes Colton with speed. He's got AJ behind him. Colton gets it below the goal line and sends it across again to where there's no Tigers. So 35 seconds, and after doing some good, these last couple attempts by the Tigers haven't been quite what you would want. Josh gains the zone. Again, tries for a drop pass to Henry, who just can't handle it. 20 seconds left on the power play, but Rampage battles, and Colton's just going to throw that one out of the zone with 10 seconds now left on the power play. What looked good at the start did not last, but here goes Colton. And Colton sends it up ice to AJ, who buys some room and throws it at the net. Goalie lost it for a second, but no Tigers there to do anything about it. We are full strength with a minute 25 left in the period. We will get a face-off, and Landon, who's had an amazing game, making 19 quality saves, is coming off the ice. On the ice, we're going to have Steven, we're going to have Preston, we're going to have Easton, AJ, Cruin, and Jax.
Let's go, Tigers!
So confusion with a minute 25 left. Looks like Rampage now taking the timeout.
He's trying to get those couple extra seconds by pulling the other.
That was confusing, yeah.
It worked. Everyone was confused.
Yeah.
He's going to have to talk to him in the locker after doing it.
Yeah.
So 125 left in what's been a really good game. It is 1-2 Rampage. 27 shots for the Tigers to 20 for Rampage. Much more physical game than we've seen so far.
We need to try and get some scrimmages scheduled. These two teams are very well matched.
The crosstown
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense. Yeah, we got it. I would love it. Having reached out to our team, I would love nothing more. And we need the games.
Let's go, Tigers!
Some of those Denver teams have been to Chicago already, and we haven't been
I know, in Minnesota and Vegas and
So it's going to be Henry at the faceoff dot with Colton to his left. That's Jax stepping up and throwing through traffic. That was dangerous. Goalie could not see that and just battled to make that save. Great save by the goalie. So we've got Henry again taking the faceoff. Easton on the right, Colton on the left. One back. That goes to Jax, who tries to put it through again, and that goes up again into these wonderful architecture of this building. It is a beautiful barn, but it's got some odd angles. Minute 16 left in the third. Tigers empty net. That's one to Colton. Colton back to Jax. Jax across to Josh. Josh across to Colton, who almost had it. Colton back to Jax. Jax sends it back deep to Colton. Colton to center ice. It's there. Oh, and it's loose. A battle in front of the net. Rampage able to get it down around behind, and they're sending it deep for icing. We are under a minute with now 53.4 seconds left in this game. We'll see who we get. So it's Jax and Josh back on defense. Again, Henry taking the face-off. Rampage wins that, but not clean. Oh, and now we have to see if the Tiger... Oh, turnover right in front of us there, and Jax gets it into our zone. They're saying no offsides. Should have probably been. So 35 seconds left. It's in the wrong end of the ice. See if the Tigers can get it up quick. 30 seconds. Colton gets it, sends it to center ice to Stevens. Stevens sends it at the net, kicked wide by the goalie. Easton tries to gather that up the boards, can't. Sent high, Josh is there, steps it deep, 18 seconds. Chaos at the blue line, Josh gets it, sends it deep, Colton is down there. 12 seconds now, 10, and the goalie's gonna cover that up with 9 seconds left to play in this third period. Tigers have been working 31 shots now on net to 20 for Rampage. It's been a battle for these boys. We'll feel good about when we face this team next time, which will be at some point this weekend, most likely. Jax sends that hard at the defender. And that one is gonna go in, but not until no goal, the ref says, so it will end at 1-2 for a Tiger loss.
Wow.
Well fought battle. We'll see you again tomorrow. It's so hard to see some of those where they went left or right even. Yeah. Like you're in an unenviable position now.
I have you guys out shooting us way more than they do. Like, not even close.
Like John.
I had 23 to 7 from the first period.
Well, the chaos there was made for an interesting game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
You tell them
Very
when you hand
good
this in,
match, man.
when you hand this into the coaches, you tell them, here you get what you paid for.
Yeah.